Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we got some new news. So we've been getting some news of new product releases for iCast next week. And then we got the schedule for the BPT that showed up a couple days ago. And that was a pretty interesting schedule, honestly. You know, the one that strikes me the most is Champlain in April. That was pretty interesting. I'm pretty excited to see what happens there, because I don't know of any major tournament trails that have ever gone to Champlain in April. I'm sure that there's local and regional events that have been there, but anyways, that's going to be pretty interesting. But obviously, I've been chomping at the bit to get into the 2027 schedule for the pro circuit. And so I wasn't sure when they were going to announce it. Usually they've done it at iCast, but that's when, MLF, formerly FLW, had a booth there at iCast. I don't know if they do that anymore. I guess they did last year too, a little bit, but I think it was kind of a collaborative effort amongst a different, umbrella there. But anyways, so we got the 2027 Tackle Warehouse Pro Circuit schedule. It just dropped. And so we'll just walk through each one and kind of, talk about, my first take on it. So we'll go through the full list real quick. Stop 1 is going to be at Lake Murray, South Carolina, February 18th through the 20th. Stop 2 will be Lake Chickamauga, March 5th through the 7th. Stop 3 is going to be Sam Rayburn, Texas, April 8th through the 10th. Stop 4 is going to be Clarks Hill in Georgia, May 7th through the 9th. Stop 5 is going to be Arkansas River, June 11th through the 13th. And then stop 6, the final regular season event, is going to be St. Lawrence River, July 23rd through the 25th. And then the championship is going to be held on the James River, September 10th through the 12th. So we've got a pretty interesting schedule. Let's go ahead and kind of give our take on it. So the first thing that kind of popped out, oh, and by the way, the championship is once again the top 40. We didn't get much as far as details on like payouts and all that stuff. So I'm assuming it's going to be very similar to what we had this year. That would be a critical part of, whether or not to fish it. So the only thing that they do say in here is really that it's top 40 pros will go to the championship, just like this year. And the top 5 pros will earn invitations to compete on the 2028 BPT. So very similar to this year. But anyways, let's go ahead and walk through these venues. So stop 1, Lake Murray, February 18th through the 20th. Kind of a crazy place to start. Usually we start down in Florida. That's the first thing that I noticed is like, okay, we don't have a Florida event. That's kind of a bummer, because I love starting the season in Florida, or at least fishing Florida at some point. And as far as Lake Murray goes, fishing in February is something brand new to me. Usually we fished in May, late April and May. So that's going to be a good pre-spawn tournament. I'm not exactly sure what's going to happen. I know the blueback herring will likely be a major factor, but I'm not sure exactly how that place lays up that time of year. So that one will be interesting. It's a little bit of a wild card. Stop 2, Lake Chickamauga, March 5th through the 7th. Obviously, that's not going to be a huge wild card for me because I live right there on Lake Chickamauga. Doesn't mean that I'm guaranteed to do well or anything like that. I've fished tournaments in March, so it is going to be 100%, pretty much 100%, almost guaranteed pre-spawn. This year we had kind of some early, warm spells that had fish moving up pretty early, but March 5th through the 7th, you're pretty much immediate pre-spawn patterns. So that'll be interesting. It's going to be really nice to sleep in our own bed and all that stuff. So that'll be really cool. Stop 3 is going to be Sam Rayburn, April 8th through the 10th. So the 3 or 4 times that I've fished Sam Rayburn have always been in the pre-spawn and during like January. I think I've fished there in February, but right around that time period, first of the year, that's usually when I've fished Sam Rayburn. It usually is the first tournament of the season when it's on the schedule, or first or second. So April 8th through the 10th, I would assume that it's going to be a good spawn bite. Good shallow bite overall. If the water's up in the bushes, this year is low. If it's in the bushes, it could be a really cool, tournament overall. Something that might fit my style. However, I don't know. I don't know exactly when the fish spawn down there. It's pretty far south, so they could be kind of on the tail end depending on how the weather sets up. But I do think that it's going to be a good shallow bite. So that'll be interesting at Sam Rayburn. I'm actually pretty excited about that one. Clarks Hill, stop 4, May 7th through the 9th. That one I think is going to be a lot of fun as well. But again, it's kind of right on the cusp. You could, at that, region of the country, you could still have a good spawning bite going on. Like Lake Chickamauga, that first week of May is usually a killer spawn time, but May 7th through the 9th on Clarks Hill may be different. The reason why it's so good on Chickamauga is because the water is still coming up, and the fish generally, there'll always be a wave that kind of holds off on spawning until that water gets to full pool. That I don't believe that that's the case with Clarks Hill. I don't think that they do that necessarily, so we'll see. May 7th through the 9th, Clarks Hill. I've got some history on Clarks Hill. I've done well there. I've done poorly there. It's a fishery that I do enjoy going to. And my brother and his family live right there in Augusta, so I'll get to see them. They'll hopefully be able to come to the weigh-ins. So that would be cool. Stop number 5, Arkansas River, June 11th through the 13th. This one is going to be a lot of fun. It's obviously going to be post-spawn, but still it is one of the best shallow water river systems out there. So I'm really excited about that one. I think it's one that we could do very well with, and may warrant a pre-fishing trip. I'm not sure if pre-practice is really all that necessary for all the other ones that we've looked at here, but that one right there, getting some time out there, kind of navigating, learning, what everything looks like nowadays, it could be a big deal. But I fully expect, even though it's in June, I think it's still going to be a really good shallow bite, and we can do a lot of things that we enjoy doing: flipping, pitching, chatterbait, swim jig, frogging, all that stuff. And then finally, stop 6, the St. Lawrence River, July 23rd through the 25th. I've always had kind of a mixed bag of results at the St. Lawrence River. But in recent years, I feel like I've kind of figured out how to approach it better, in terms of like the fishing for smallmouth and things like that. I always did largemouth and smallmouth. St. Lawrence River, as opposed to like Champlain, I don't think is as good with, it's definitely not as good with a mixed bag. The smallmouth are just too big and too healthy there. So I'm looking forward to that challenge. I mean, St. Lawrence River is one that I've always enjoyed going to, and it also allows us to, stage here in Connecticut at our place here before going up there, or after, however it works out. So it works out logistically with just our goals overall as a family. So that one's going to be a lot of fun. And then if you're one of the lucky top 40, you go to the championship September 10th through the 12th at the James River. Now, the James River is one that I've been to once and had a terrible tournament there. Really did poorly. I've actually done poorly almost every single tidal fishery, it feels like, and I think it's because I overthink it a little bit. But that's not true. I feel like we went to a tidal fishery just recently and I did well at it. But in any case, I've always struggled on tidal fisheries. So, but the weird thing about that is that it's not like my strengths don't align with those style fisheries. Like tidal fisheries are generally shallow, like you're fishing shallow all the time. And so I should be able to apply it. So at some point I'm going to have a breakout tournament where I just start crushing it out there on tidal fisheries, but this might be it. This may be the James River in 2027. So other than that, there's really not a whole lot of information about, you know, the pro circuit for next year. Again, it's I'm talking as if I am definitely going to be fishing it. It all depends on the details of the circuit. You know, this year we were able to come together, you know, give a lot of credit to a lot of guys that kind of, you know, set the table for, you know, having discussions with MLF and improving the payout schedule and things like that. As long as it's like $10,000 down to a third of the field, I think, you know, a lot of people are going to be in, including myself. So, but the schedule coming out, here's one take that I want to, you know, I want to give some credit to MLF. The fact that we get the schedules in July, and early July, no less, is a really, really big deal for me and a lot of the anglers out there, pretty much all of them. To me, it shows a lot of respect for the anglers who need to plan. And so I am a big, big fan of how they announce the schedule for the pro circuit and the BPT, you know, early in the season. You know, that July is early, man, because some of these schedules aren't going to come out until even November. And possibly later than that sometimes. So really, really excited to get the schedule once more and really appreciate what MLF does getting this out on time. So anyways, guys, that is my take on the 2027 Pro Circuit schedule. Let me know what you think about these fisheries. I think it's a pretty interesting schedule. I think it's well-rounded. It's nice that a few of them are right near home. Including the St. Lawrence River, which is close to our place here in Connecticut. So I think it's a great schedule. I'm actually really happy with it. I just wish they had a Florida stop in there. So anyways, let me know what you think in the description or in the comments below. I'm going to see you guys out on the water. Make sure you trust the process.